Time now to talk sports here on the AM show. I'm Benedict Owusu. It's a Monday morning. A lot happening over the weekend from the local scene to the international scene. The major European leagues back after the international break. Some amazing results recorded over the weekend. I'm in the studio with my colleague Selwyn Saki, and we're going to go through for you this morning. And we'll start here on the local scene in Selwyn. The African Women's Championship draw was held yesterday here in Ghana. What happened?
Well, certainly, and all is set for 8 of the continent's best in women's football to converge in Ghana for this year's total Women's African Cup of Nations. The final phase of the countdown was heralded by the official held last night here in Accra. Baba Tondo was there and has come through with this report.
A1 Ghana, A2 Algeria, A3 Mali, A4 Cameroon. And then we have Group B, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Kenya.
That was how it all played out after the 45-minute concise draw of the 2018 Total Women's African Cup of Nations. From all indications, it looks more like Ghana will have a Herculean task ahead in the quest to win a first women's AFCON title. The narrative could change because, for the first time, the tournament will be hosted here, and as is always expected of a host nation, nothing short of the ultimate will be appreciated. Head coach of the Black Queens, Bashir Hayford, knows the task ahead and has quite an interesting description of Ghana's group.
Oh, it's nice, you know. We are prepared for all the teams, and now they have given us 3 teams: Algeria, Cameroon, and then where? Mali. I say it is GAM because GAM, Ghana, Algeria, Mali. So it's very GAM. See that we add the C to them. I'm not afraid. We are not afraid of any country at all. Now that we have seen our opponent, now everything is going to be strategic and then tactical. If you have not visited your somebody's farm, you might think your crops are the best. Let the time come and when we face them, then we see what we are doing. Somebody can travel somewhere and go and prepare, and we'll come home, and somebody who has prepared very well at home will be. We are doing the whole thing in Ghana. I'm not bothered at all.
Operation Host and Win. Are we on course?
Oh yes, of course. That is the slogan for everybody. Once it's coming from every Ghanaian, so be it.
Cameroon are no meaners in women's football, especially on the African continent. Their assistant coach, Bernadette Anong, believes Ghana will pose the biggest threat in Group A.
This is the 11th time we will be together, so meaning Ghana will be the most difficult opposition. We are coming here not to play just like to play, because everyone knows Cameroon. Ghana knows Cameroon, Cameroon knows Ghana, and Cameroon cannot really feel that they are coming to play second row. We are coming to fight for first and really to be first.
Some journalists gave their opinions on Group A.
I think Ghana were able to avoid a kind of group of death. Not playing against South Africa will be seen for me as a blessing. Now again, as Bashir Hayford was saying, you cannot say that the group is easy. Algeria are not to be, laughed at. You cannot say that Mali is going to be an easy team as well to play. It's all about really taking it match by match.
I think it will be very difficult, as we know. It's always been difficult. I was expecting that we have Kenya in our group because obviously it would have been easier for us to play Kenya than to play against all these teams. But I think that playing against Algeria, Mali, and Cameroon will be the toughest opponents in the group. I expect Ghana to qualify with Cameroon.
It's a tough group because playing with the host nation is not very easy. We experimented when we came here 2008, but women also maybe. But Cameroon is a respectable team. They can face any leader at all. I think hosting the tournament and placing second is not a main team at all in the country. So this draw, we look at it as equal fit.
Let me walk you through the fixtures of the group stage, and let me start with Group A, where we have the host nation Ghana. They take on Algeria at the Accra Sports Stadium on 17th of November 2018, and this game will kickstart at 3:30 p.m. Also on the same day, Mali and Cameroon will lock horns at the same venue at the Accra Sports Stadium, but that game will kick off at 6:30 p.m.
On 18th of November, Nigeria will take on South Africa in the first game for Group B. That will be at 3:30 p.m. at the Cape Coast Stadium. Zambia then hosts Kenya at the Cape Coast Stadium also at 6:30 p.m. On the next day, that's when we have the second round of group phase matches. Ghana's next game will be against Mali, and this will also be at the Accra Sports Stadium at 3:30 p.m. Next game for Group A, that's the second match for the second round of matches in the group phase, will be between Cameroon and Algeria. All of these two matches will kick off at the Accra Sports Stadium. Cameroon and Algeria will play at 6:30 p.m. And then for Group B, they start their second round of matches. Nigeria will host Zambia, and then Kenya hosts South Africa. Both matches will be played at the Cape Coast Stadium, 21st of November 2018. Final round of matches for the group phase will see Cameroon hosting Ghana and then Algeria hosting Mali. This will be the Group A final round of matches for the first stage, and because they are the last round of matches, they'll be played simultaneously at 4 p.m. But Ghana and Cameroon will be playing at the Accra Sports Stadium while Algeria play Mali at the Cape Coast Stadium. And then wrapping up the group phase for the tournament, Kenya taking on Nigeria, South Africa take on Zambia. Both matches also will be played simultaneously at 4 p.m. on 24th of November 2018. Kenya take on Nigeria at the Cape Coast Stadium, and South Africa hosts Zambia at the Accra Sports Stadium. From the Mervyn Peak Ambassador Hotel, this is Joy Sports Babatando.
So all is set for the African Women's Championship, which will be staged here in Ghana. It starts next month, November 17. Away from the draw last Friday, the Premier and Division 1 clubs, as well as the members of the normalization committee, agreed that no Ghanaian team will participate in next year's CAF Interclubs competition. Here is Chairman of the normalization committee, Dr. Kofi Amwa.
I think we took a wise decision that within the problems that we are facing now, let's focus on solving our problems. Africa will be there once our clubs are strong, because you know when they go now, they don't do well. Most of it could be financing, you know. So Ghana used to have 4 slots. Now we only have 2, you know. So it means that it's obvious that our football level has come down. So I think any reasonable person will realize that this is the time for us to focus and restructure, reform our football and bring strength and enthusiasm so that we are able to get our fans to appreciate us and then the sponsors to come and join us. For us, the conversation we are having with them is this: yes, let's play football again, but let's think through and see how, when we start, we can do it a bit differently this time. Differently so that people will come and watch you, differently so that ticket revenues will go up, differently so that the refrain will be excellent, no hanky-panky, differently to make the game beautiful. And if it's beautiful and people are watching on TV and the venues, sponsors will come up with big money to support you. Sponsorship and ticket revenue and merchandising are the key revenue sources for football clubs all over the world. And in Ghana, we need to understand and do the same thing and strengthen our football.
All right, so that was Dr. Kofi Amwa. He is chairman of the normalization committee. We have to move on and do some more here and talk some boxing. Emmanuel Tego, known as Game Boy, won the vacant WBO Africa lightweight title over the weekend following a unanimous decision victory over Paulus Moses at the Bukom Boxing Arena. Emmanuel Tego, who lost his IBO lightweight world title after refusing to take on a mandatory challenger, Fedor Papazov, in June 2018, dominated and outpoint Paulus Moses over the 12 rounds. So when you join us at 2 on Sports Day, we'll bring you full highlights of what happened at the Bukom Boxing Arena over the weekend.